Chemical experiment reproducibility is known to be one of the biggest challenges in academic research labs.
Obviously, replicability is one of our first and foremost reasons of why we use the easy mats. We can increase yield, and the replicability is fantastic, and we can actually have a lot of control on the processing parameters, right?
Reproducibility is not easy to achieve with manual setups due to a couple of factors. The complexity of setup and operation. Consider all of the equipment typically needed. It takes a lot of time and experience to set up a manual synthesis apparatus. The lack of data capture. Many times researchers don't record critical details that make the experiment difficult or impossible to replicate. Human interpretation. Different people are going to set up the equipment to perform the same synthesis, resulting in a potentially different outcome. If the optimal temperature is minus 23 degrees Celsius, how easy is that to achieve with a manual setup? EasyMax Chemical Synthesis Workstation addresses these issues. EasyMax is modular and can be set up with the components that you need: overhead or magnetic stirring, a variety of reactors, tubes and vials, automated reagent dosing, even automated sampling using EasySampler. EasyMax also makes chemical synthesis much easier, as there is no need to put together all of the pieces necessary to conduct an experiment. Everything needed is already built into the EasyMax platform. Just insert a vessel into the EasyMax. As EasyMax is a thermostat, any temperature between negative 40 degrees Celsius to 180 degrees Celsius can be achieved by just entering the temperature value and pressing start. It's the same process for stirring or reagent addition. Process parameter data like temperature of the reaction mass or stir speed is captured and recorded every 2 seconds. This data can be overlaid in the trend viewer as seen here for the hydrolysis of acetic anhydride. All process parameters of interest can be displayed by simply checking the boxes for the available parameters, as shown here. Next is an example of the same hydrolysis of acetic anhydride when correctly executed in a round-bottom flask. We used React-IR spectroscopy to show concentration trends for the reactant, acetic anhydride, in blue, and product, acetic acid, in green. When the magnetic stir bar didn't spin correctly, this caused a failed experiment. The dotted lines are from the correctly executed experiment shown previously, while the solid lines represent the same molecules in the failed experiment. EasyMax eliminates the possibility of this happening, but if the experiment failed for other reasons, it would be evident in the captured data.
We are a university laboratory, right? And every year we're going to have new students coming in. Also, undergraduate researchers are a little bit more transient, and they all come with varying set of skills and expertise and comfort in the lab. So having a technology that can almost be a plug and play technology with a user interface that is easy is a no-brainer for us as educators, because we can not only ensure quality and repeatability between different users at different skill sets, but we can also make sure that the production of that value product that we're trying to do is actually consistent and has the maximum yield.
The thing too, though, is like all these activities of being creative in the lab, think about how you prioritize or you triage your time. It's always this decision tree of, I have this much material and this much cost and this many hours. And the experiments you choose to do are based on success and what you think you can achieve. So we end up biasing the choices we make and falling into these ruts of like, well, I saw this one group use Tetricus, so guess that's what we're going to, because success rate, what I believe is going to work out. Having the ability to kind of do, if you didn't have to worry about this kind of lower level stuff, you're freer to just kind of dream about what might work, right? Like you can take this shot at something that now that one category of, will it work? The priority of it is expanded because time is a little bit more open as well.
For more information, go to mt.com/EasyMax.